Hey you guys, Battle here with another video review. This time I got the Halo 4 Series 1 Crawler. I like this figure a lot. I'm just going to start off by saying that this is a really, really great figure. A lot of the Prometheans so far, especially the Watcher, have been, they kind of sit there and look nice. Like the Watcher, he sits there, he looks nice, doesn't really do much. This guy does much and looks nice. He's the whole package. So we'll start off right with the Crawler. This thing's big. No accessories, but it's okay because this thing is big. He is just a big Crawler. He's just a big figure. I mean, if you just take a Marine, in just girth on its own and size, he devours this Marine. So they definitely did a good job with the Crawler size, and I mean the way with the whole four-leg stance, it works a lot. And these things look like they could just take down any Spartan really easily, or a Spartan figure. So as far as the articulation goes, I will actually show the articulation all in depth because the Crawler is a completely different body. At the neck, it bends there, and then he bends here at the neck, and then a nice little feature is these jaws can open and close, so you can make a angry Crawler or a regular Crawler. Okay, as far as the legs goes, the front legs can move here, then they have a little elbow joint here, and then the foot can pivot and rotate a little bit. The knees can also rotate. These don't rotate though. And then as far as chest, abdomen, it can rotate. So Exorcist Crawler, and then it can bend up and down. So you can have this just fancy Crawler. Oh, that's creepy. We're not going to do that. Then at the back legs here, the articulation gets a little weirder. It rotates at this. It rotates here, and then it can bend there too. And then at the elbow, you could say here, it rotates and bends a wee bit. Then on the toes, the foot can pivot, and the foot can rotate. So a lot of articulation in the Crawler, and now I'm just going to get close, in depth, so we can show you some of the detail in this Crawler. The head just looks great. It just looks really nice. The inside of his mouth is just pure orange. It's not really detailed, except save for his teeth, but I think it still looks really great. Then just all his little orange marks, and then his big old shoulder pads here with his body and his whole chest and abdomen area. Despite the detailing, I mean, despite the lack of paint, it still just looks really nice with the sculpting and the molding. And just all these little pieces. His hind legs just look great. He's got the whole creepy Promethean look that it just works really well. Overall, the only really complaint is the one that you can kind of see now, is that his joints are really weak. Like, his body itself is extremely heavy, and especially these front legs right here where he really needs to stand on them, the joints are weak. And it's not from moving them or anything, it's just how it's made. The joints are fairly weak, so you do have to put a little work, a little talent into actually getting him to stand in some good poses. But when you do get it, it is definitely worth it. You kind of have to push those front arms back, and then that's pretty much how you got to do it. But if you can work around those front legs, and if you're good enough at this, you'll get him some great poses, and you're really going to fall in love with this figure, just like I have, which is why I bought two, because Crawler army building is awesome. Anyway, this is a great figure. I definitely recommend it. Again, if you're trying to build the whole Promethean ensemble, the obviously one you're going to want, I want at least 3 or 4 of these for my finished collection, just because they just work so good. They're like the grunts of the Prometheans, in that they army build so well, and they're just so great to play around with and so fun. Even more fun than the grunts, honestly, in my opinion, because the grunts can't do nearly as much as these Crawlers can. So anyway, yeah, I recommend this figure again. Pick him up if you can find him. And this has been Barrel with the Halo 4 Series 1 Promethean Crawler review. Signing off.